everybody, I'm Steven and I'm going to actually show you how to make some bath salts that you can give for Christmas gifts this year. It can be family, friends, what have you. It's the same way that you would actually do it as if you were putting it in like a jar or anything like that, but there's a little twist and I'll show you. So basically, you can go to the dollar store and you can actually pick these small little interesting ornaments that are actually made out of plastic, and you could put your bath salts in there. And it actually makes it really neat Christmas gift that you could do for office parties, anything like that, family, just small gifts. You can do really big ones too. If you go to Michael's, you can actually get pretty big size ones, if not small ones too, if you wanted to go really small, but that's up to you. Really good price on them, usually after Christmas, so a good one for future reference as well. First, let's start with a basic recipe for a bath salt. So I'm going to share with you one of my recipes that I used to make a lot for lavender bath salts. Using Young Living products and several other products as far as the actual salts and whatnot. So we'll go through that and see what that recipe has for us today. So here you have my basic bath salt recipe for the lavender one that I actually created. You can see it has Epsom salt, baking soda, pink Himalayan sea salt, dead sea salt. Those are your basics in your bath salt. The baking soda just adds a little extra fizz to it, so that's entirely up to you. If you want that, you can have it. If not, don't worry about it. But the basic one, obviously, is your Epsom salt. And you can add the dead sea salt just to kind of give it extra oomph. And the pink Himalayan sea salt if you want to. But this is just my recipe. You can do whatever you want to make your own recipe for it. So you can see that I also added the lavender, geranium, peace and calming, German chamomile, and stress away essential oils. And I chose those just because it kind of went with the lavender theme of making you nice and calm and relaxed. But again, you don't have to put the extra ones in there. You can just put the lavender in there. Geranium's good for your skin. Lavender helps calm you down, obviously. Peace and calming, same thing. And German chamomile is good for your skin too. The best thing I can tell you to do is to put all of your dry ingredients in one big mixing bowl and add them all into that mixing bowl, and just get a spoon, a wooden spoon, anything like that, and just mix them up into your bowl. After you've done that, then you would add your wet ingredients, just like when you bake or anything else like that, which would be your essential oils. Now, what I would do after you put that in your bowl, I would actually use a spoon or the spoon you're mixing with, and make sure you crush the oil droplets that kind of make little snowballs almost in your bowl, just to make sure it gets dispersed. And then sometimes what I used to like to do is actually put it in a blender and blend it, but that's up to you. But that's just something I did to make sure everything was evenly dispersed. But you can just keep mixing it with a spoon if you want to. It took a lot of trial and error to actually come up with some of the finite details of this recipe. But as you can see, there's a couple of ingredients that probably are a little too in-depth, but you don't have to follow the recipe exactly. Some of the things like the beetroot powder, probably some, and actually even the lavender buds, like the actual lavender flower buds, you don't have to put in there if you don't want to. It's completely up to you. I did the beetroot powder just because it adds color and it's a natural ingredient. So you don't have to add artificial coloring. That you could potentially use, it's like dye that you actually use from food coloring. You could do that, but I have done that in the past, use a little bit, and actually does work. So there you go. Let's talk ingredients. So a lot of my ingredients I actually got from Amazon because I made massive quantities of bath salts. Lots of containers full, just because I used to sell them and stuff like that. But if you're going to make a small amount, you might want to go to the dollar store, maybe Walmart, but dollar store is usually your best bet with some of this stuff, just because it's a lot more cost effective. If you're going to make a lot of bath salts, then I would recommend that you go online and go on Amazon and get a large quantity of things. If you look at the screen, you can see you can get the pink Himalayan salt, or the regular, like you can get Dead Sea salt, regular, just bath mineral salts if you want to. Just some options. The pinks, Himalayan pink sea salt actually comes in handy because it's already colored pink. So if you wanted to go for a Christmassy color, like red or anything like that, you could potentially get a little shading with that instead of using dye. Again, I use like beetroot powder, or you could use food coloring if you wanted to. It's up to you. But different things, you could get the lavender buds, as you probably see right now. Different things like that you could use just to kind of make it look different. So again, up to you as far as ingredients, but if you're going to make a lot, I would recommend going on Amazon. Other ways you can kind of dress it up too to make it more seasonal, more Christmassy, you could get little tags. You can get them at Michael's if you want, or you can make your own, or you can just get ones from the dollar store. Again, don't overthink it. You can get them from there, kind of customize them. You could actually make them yourself, and do like the to and from tags. You could do that. You could even make ones with the recipe on it. If you wanted to use it for a business promotion for Young Living, you could do it that way too, if you want. Totally up to you. Get string or ribbon, again, dollar store. Get that there and decorate it up however you want. Different ways you can make it look more seasonal. If you wanted to, I have some pictures, I apologize. Some of the ones I've made in the past, I don't have my pictures anymore. They're gone mysteriously, so I have no idea where they're at. But some of the pictures you can see where they've layered it, they've actually taken regular salt and like layered it with like a bath mix. They've actually mixed it with maybe pink sea salt, or mixed it with different food coloring and just layered it in to make it look like candy cane stripes. You can do that also if you wanted to do food coloring again with like green, like in this picture too. So again, it's up to you. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully this has kind of helped you think of some ideas for the holidays. So, Merry Christmas, and good luck making those bath salts.